Hi there students, this is Mr. Liu. First of all, I want to thank you for watching my video. Therefore, you are watching this video, therefore you are here to learn. That means you care about your future and you care about your education. So again, thank you for watching this video. Alright, I will do my best to teach you from here, and you guys supposed to learn in your room, okay, or at your house. Alright, and I'm going to do my best. And I will also focus on lessons that I think that you will need in the future. Okay? Alright, let's get started with today's lesson. But first, before we get started, there's a couple of things I want to talk about before we start. To be successful in anything, especially distance learning, okay, you always need to have a positive attitude. When you watch this video, you want to take notes. You want to have a positive attitude, okay? You also want to at least put up some effort. Okay, or at least a lot of effort. For some of you guys, the more effort the better. Okay, and ask questions. You could email me, or you could talk to me during discussion board on MyConnect. Ask your parents. Research it online. There's plenty of other videos. Text your friends. Call a relative for help. Anything you need to do to get help, do it. Okay. Now let's start on today's lesson. And before we start on today's lesson, I want you to make sure you make a copy of the worksheet that is sent with the lesson. Or you can just copy it on a separate sheet of paper before we start. Okay, we'll be taking notes and working on the worksheet at the same time. Alright, you do need a coin for today's lesson. Okay, any coin will do. Alright, and you also will need a water bottle for today's lesson. Okay? Alright, let's get started. Thank you. Alright, so in the first part of your worksheet, this is what you have. We're going to toss one coin 50 times, and we're going to toss one bottle 20 times. Alright, so here's what you're going to do. First, you're going to make your prediction for a coin toss. For example, I'm going to toss the coin 50 times. This is me, not you, me. I'm going to toss the coin 50 times. Before I start, I want to make my predictions first. Alright, so I'm going to toss it, and every coin has heads and tails. Alright, so before I toss, I'm going to make my prediction. Let me see here. I'm going to go with 26 heads, 24 tails. Again, you need to make your own prediction. Alright? That's my prediction. Now, in theory, when you toss a coin 50 times, in theory, what is supposed to happen, I'm supposed to get heads 25 times and tails 25 times. But is that going to really happen? I'm not sure. That's why we make our prediction. Okay? And then you will toss it 50 times. You will tally it. In your worksheet, you will see the word tallies. Go ahead and write that part down. And you're going to tally it, and then you're going to write down how many heads you get, how many tails you're going to get. Okay? For example, I'm going to go ahead and toss this coin really fast. Okay? So I'm going to toss this coin, and I have tails for my first toss. I'm going to toss it again. I have another tails for my second toss. You can do that 50 times. Alright? Okay, any question on that? Email me. Okay, so when you're done tossing that 50 times, okay, answer the following questions. I think there's like 5 problems there that you can go ahead and answer. And then you're going to move on to the bottle toss. Okay, for the bottle toss, it's something that you guys have been doing. Well, I've seen some of you guys do it all the time. Okay, so you're going to take a bottle and you're going to toss it. You're going to toss it 20 times. Okay, when it lands on its bottom, or it lands on its sides. Alright? I'm going to make my prediction first. I know it's going to be difficult to make it land on its bottom. I know it's going to be easier to land on its sides. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead, since I'm going to toss it 20 times, I'm going to go ahead and say, okay, 15 sides and 5 bottom. Alright? That's my prediction. I'm going to write out my tallies. Then I'm going to toss. Okay? So I'm going to toss it again 20 times. That's my first toss. You don't get to see it, but it's down there and it is on its sides. Alright, you can do that for 20 times and you can answer the following questions. I believe it's only 2 problems to answer when you're done. Okay, and when you're done, go ahead and pause it now, go ahead and do your toss, and then come back for the second part of the lesson. As you can see, I tossed it 50 times, and my experiment, I got 20 heads, 30 tails. Alright, for my bottle toss, I got 19 sides and 1 bottom. Alright, you guys can do the exact same thing. So when you turn in your worksheet, I want to see all your tallies and all your work. Alright, now before we move on, I want to go ahead and discuss a couple of key terms here, okay? Alright, so what we did is, the first thing we did was we did a theoretical properties, probability. So theoretical probability just means that it's something that's supposed to happen, okay? Experimental is something that you actually did and see what had happened, alright? Now, tossing a coin, getting heads or tails, is equally likely, okay? Supposingly, okay, that it's supposed to have heads on one side, tails on one side, so it's equally likely to get heads or tails, okay? It's also a fair coin. The coin that I toss, okay, doesn't have 2 heads on its sides, okay? That means a fair coin, alright? If it has 2 heads on the side, then it's not a fair coin, okay? Now for this side here, for the bottle tossed, okay, it is still a fair game. The bottle is still a bottle. I did not alter the bottle in any way, okay, so it's still a fair bottle, alright? However, it is not equally likely, okay? Obviously, as you can see, unless you're a professional bottle tosser, that still won't be equally likely, okay? It is more likely for me to get sides than bottom, so therefore it's not equally likely. Alright, so these are the 4 key terms that I will be using for this unit. Alright, this is the last part of our notes. I want you guys to go ahead and pause and write this down in your spiral, please. I will be back when you're done. Write this down in your spiral. Alright, let's get started on the last part of our notes today, okay? For our one problem that we have, I'll go ahead and read it to you. A bag, again, it's going to be a bag that you can't see outside of, okay? The bag has 3 green, 4 blue, 1 white, and 2 red marbles. Looks something like this, okay? The marbles are fair. What does that mean? It just means that all the marbles are the same size. I know it doesn't look like it, it's just my bad drawing, okay? So all the marbles are the same size, alright? So when you see something like this, the first thing you always want to answer is this part here, okay? What is the possible outcome? You just have to count how many marbles there are, and it looks like there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 of them. Alright? So let's go ahead and put 10 right here. Okay? Now, to find probability, you always want to use a formula. And I write down a formula for you right over here. Okay? I cloud it just because it's super important to do all the problems of today's lesson, and in fact in the future lesson also, we're going to use the same formula. Okay? So let me show you to use this, and we'll find these answers here. Okay? Let's take a look. The first one says, what is the probability that you're going to get a red marble? Meaning that if you're going to close your eyes and pick up a marble in this bag, what's the probability of getting a red marble? Alright, so we can use this. Our desired outcome, there are 2 of them, okay? So you have to write down 2. Okay, so that's our fraction, okay? And there's a total of 10 possible outcomes, so 2 over 10. That's 1/5. Alright, for today I would like you guys to go ahead and take out your calculator and let's find the percent of that. Okay, so I'm going to do 1 divided by 5 and I'm going to convert that into a percent. Alright, so 1 divided by 5, I get 0.2, move it over twice, I get 20%. Okay, you can do the same thing. So a green, there are 3 of them. So it'll be 3 over 10. That would give me 30%. White, there's 1 white. 1 over 10. That's 10%. A blue, 4 over 10. We're just saving it's 2 over 5. That's 40%. Alright, now for yellow, you go, wait a minute, there's no yellow in there. That's correct. So your desired outcome is 0. So the chance of you winning, it's not going to be a very good chance, or none at all. Okay? So it'll be 0 over 10. That's 0%. So in fact, there's no way you're going to be able to win this game if you're going to play trying to pick up a yellow marble. Okay? Now, for our last one of number 6, not green. This obviously looks to me that there are 7 that's not green. So our desired outcome is 7, about 10, that is 70%. Alright, and that's how you do it. So these are the percent chance of winning or playing this game. So again, if you pick a red marble, you have a 20% chance of winning or 20% chance of picking a red marble. Okay? Alright, now let's do number 7. How many blue marbles will you need to add to the bag so your probability of picking a blue is 50%? Meaning, if you're going to drop in more blue marbles in here, how many more blue marbles are you going to drop in there so the probability of getting a blue becomes 50%? Alright? Now, most students will say 1. Because if you put a 1 in here, that will give you 5, and 5 out of 10 is 50%, which is completely incorrect. Because if you would drop 1 blue marble in here, yes, there are 5 blue marbles, but now there are 11 in the bag. So if you put 5 over 11, that's not 50%. Alright, so let's drop in another marble, blue marble. That will give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 12. So the answer is 2 blue marbles. Okay, and show some work, letting people know that 2 blue marbles just means that now there are 6 blue marble over 10. Oh, my bad, 12, sorry. 12. There you go. Okay, that makes it 50%. Alright, now earlier when we did our toss, so how do you get the probability? We'll just go back to it real fast, okay? So I know it's a little bit messy there, but let's do B. So you're doing a coin toss, so what's the probability of getting tails? Alright, again, it's going to be 1, that's your desired outcome, and there's only 2 sides to it, so it'll be 2, again that's 50%. So the chance of getting tails is 50%, okay? Now for the bottle toss, that one's a little trickier, that's C, and it's a little messy, okay? This one here doesn't have a probability, okay? All you can do is, well, it does have a probability, but you cannot write it in numbers because it's not really fair or a chance of equally likely in terms of if you're going to play a game, it won't be fair getting sides or getting bottom. So for this one here, there is no probability that you can write, so just write down none, okay? Because we don't know exactly how to get sides or how to get bottom. Alright? Alright. That's it. That concludes our lesson. Go ahead and print out the worksheet, or you already did so, and work on them and try the best that you can. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm here to help you. Okay? Again, try your best. Go ahead and submit it. It should be due in 1 week. Okay? So again, try your best. Thank you, and have a good day.